Hi, and welcome to Model Railroaded here on Film Crate Media. This episode, we'll talk about how I'm going to do the tabletops, we're going to get into a little bit how I did the legs, and maybe a few woodworking things along the way. Let's get started. Now, what I have so far is all of my frames are up. As you saw last time in the background, I had my frames finished, but I didn't really have much to show you. Now, frames are up, legs are on, and this is what I have so far. Most of my layout is up. I'm working on the plywood. I just got the rest of it today. Yay. And as far as legs, this is what I have. Basically what it is a 2x4, and this is one of my, I'm calling it a ghetto rig. The piece wasn't long enough. This is one of the legs from the old layout, and I'm making the new one just about 3 inches taller. Now what I did is I took a chunk of 2x4, cut a piece off, another scrap piece of 2x4, cut that off, and all I did was screw them together. As far as the bottom is concerned, I use a bolt and a T-nut, and what that is, that gives me adjustability in the legs here, because I'm in an older home and the floors are very uneven. So in order to level everything out, instead of cutting the legs where they need to be, easiest way to go is cut them all the same size and adjust them. Demonstrate how I'm doing this so far. Safety glasses, always a must. You want your vision, don't you? Now I already went through with a laser straight thing, or one of those laser levels, and I actually made my marks all along the side of the plywood so I know exactly what I'm doing instead of, eyeballing it. Now I have my 5/8 inch drill bit. Drill your hole. And I'm going to switch drill bits once I've finished drilling all the holes and screw all the screws in. Now to screw everything down, I'm using 2.5 inch wood screws. You can get them at a hardware store. I got another pound of them. They were about $6. I'm running short. I ran through about 1.5 boxes so far, so that's why I picked up another box today. Start it. Finish it. This area that I'm working on right now, we have a sump pump right under here, and this is the drain for the sump pump. It goes up to the ceiling and out to the street. And I had to get the Sawzall and cut that chunk out. I do have a spare piece that I'm going to put here eventually, but for now I'm going to leave it open. I'm thinking about putting a mountain. Probably the edge of it will be right here, so maybe I won't even fill that in. Last one. As you can see, I have a hot water heater here, and instead of putting a permanent piece in front of the water heater, this piece is going to be generally modular, in which that means, for those of you who don't know what modular means, it basically means I can take this piece out, and if we need to get to the hot water heater, we can. Basically, here's how I put on the legs. For this, this is the last section I need to put on. So the last section I got here, I have a spare piece of 2x4, one of the scrap pieces, and I'm using that as basically a general measurement to get generally halfway up the 2x4. Now remember, I can adjust using the bolts. So I'll get that put on there. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, because right now I really don't care. I'll drill the holes. And my drill bit isn't long enough to go all the way through both pieces of plywood. That's why you saw my hand back there. Just saying. I'll drill through this. Each leg gets 2 holes. Now we're ready for screws. It's okay if they countersink a little bit. No big deal. And that'll just about do it for this episode of Model Railroaded here on Film Crate Media. And I will see you next time, where we'll get into track plans and wiring.